Your numbers represent how your business is performing. It is not a reflection on you as an individual. Are you the CEO? Yes, you are the CEO. If things are going awry in your business, right, you as the CEO, you do need to take responsibility for those. But what I don't want you to come away from that is to say that you suck. We're not gonna do that, right? Because every business has to grow. What's up, everyone? This is Sonia Jones of GIP Financial, your Mr. Miyagi Money, and welcome again to the From Chaos to Clarity, Unleash Your Business Potential podcast. It's good to see you one more time, and I am talking today about you, CEO, because we cannot be chaotic CEOs. I will just admit that this is a ongoing process for me but I will tell you I'm way better now than I was when I first started GIP Financial. So I wanted to kind of share with you, especially for those who are just starting your business, to give you some takeaways that I have learned as I'm still growing into my CEO space. So as your business grows, right, your mindset and how you show up as a CEO is also going to have to grow and adjust with your company. So I have I have four things I want to talk about to keep you from becoming a chaotic CEO. So first things first, systems save businesses. I'm going to say it again, systems save businesses. I wanted to talk specifically from the financial standpoint. So when you're thinking about the money systems within your business, I have a workshop in an ebook called The Business Finance Blueprint. And what we talk about in there are the 5 essentials, I believe, that will help you establish good money systems for your business. So we talk about knowing your entity and what's required of you within your said entity, whether you're a sole proprietor, an LLC, a partnership, or a corporation, right? And there are going to be some things that you need to know within your entity that you have to keep up from a compliance standpoint on an annual basis, right? State compliance stuff, federal compliance things, even also having some of the key essentials such as insurance for your business, your EIN, all of your required state paperwork, because especially if you're an LLC or a corporation, you have to have paperwork from the state. Even if you're a nonprofit, you have to have paperwork from the state. And then also filing your state business taxes as well as your federal business taxes. All those things are extremely important when you're starting out, and you want to make sure that you're in good standing. So when those opportunities come for you to get government contracts or funding, grants, even loans, right? All of them are going to ask for your paperwork, and you better have it ready, right? Also, entity. We also talk about cash flow, how money comes into your business, right? So think about from as soon as a prospective client sees your advertisement, how do they get in contact with you up until how or when they paid their first invoice. So as soon as they send you money and start the engagement, you got to think about every step to ensure that there's no confusion, that there's 100% clarity. And right, but I will say that there's, you have to work through that, right? But also make sure that you provide the customer with like communication on all sides. Even when you goof, just say, hey, I goofed, I apologize. If you got to do to make it right with the customer, you got to do it, right? So money in, but also money out. Think about how you're spending money in your business, what you're spending money on. What systems are you going to put in place to ensure that you're not overpaying for things? You might sign, an agreement with a contractor for a certain amount. They might try to slide something in there to see if you pay attention, right? So you guys say, oh, our agreement says XYZ, right? And even if you're paying for recurring expenses like subscriptions and stuff like that, you got to have a system in place to ensure that you're reviewing your expenses to make sure that you're not paying double for separate platforms that provide the same type of service, little things like that. So your money in, your money out system. Then we also talk about, your monthly financial close, how you review your financials on a monthly basis. And then last but certainly not least, your financial reports being introduced to the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement. The purpose of each report and what data that each report is going to provide for you. And then when you get that data, what are you going to do with all that data? How are you supposed to apply it and implement it and plan going forward? So that's what systems mean for your business. And child, that's just for the financials. When you talk about the marketing systems and the other operational systems that you may need for your business, your staff, and child, you start hiring people. You need systems for that. Standard operating procedures, right? Every arm of your business is going to need a standard operating procedure, otherwise known as an SOP, right? So system safe businesses. Number 2, don't take your numbers personally, right? Reflection on you as an individual. Are you the CEO? Yes, you are the CEO. If things are going awry in your business, right, you as the CEO, you do need to take responsibility for those. But what I don't want you to come away from that is to say that you suck. We're not going to do that, right? Because every business has to grow, right? And we are all growing and becoming, as my coach, Pastor Sean Strickland, always tells us, we are growing and becoming. And done is better than perfect. And shout out to my inner circle sister, Erica Carlich, for always reminding us of that. So as you're building your business, right, sometimes it's going to feel like you're flying from the seat of your pants. And you're not going to know if your business is successful unless you start looking at those numbers, whether it's your revenue, if it's looking at your email, like your click rates and conversions and all this stuff like that, your social media insights. Well, what I don't want you to do is come away from that thinking that you're a failure. No, you are a CEO that's growing and becoming, all right? So you are not your numbers. I need you to say that out loud right now. Say, you are not your numbers. Let me hear you say it. All right. And you got to keep that right here because you're a whole G out here in these streets, right? So system safe businesses, you are not your numbers. You also are an income producing asset. One of the things that I am learning now as a growing CEO in our business right now is just a little bit over 4 years old, is that in order for us to eventually sell GIP Financials, if that's what the Lord wants us to do, that I have to set up systems so strong in our business to where it does not need me anymore, right? For most businesses, with you being the CEO, you're going to be the face of your business, right? And with that being said, that's what I mean when I reference an income producing asset. You are the asset, right? You have to get up every day. You got to hobnob with the clients. You got to make sure the emails on point. You got to record the content. You got to do all the things. You got to lead the team. You got to, inform your contractors and your assistants how you need deliverables completed and things like that. So with that being said, you have to make sure to take care of you, because if heaven forbid, if you get sick, if you got kids and when the kids get sick, somebody else in the house gonna get sick, So if you're down for a couple of days, what does that mean for your business? Can your business still run? Will it still make money? Right? So you have to make sure that you are putting some things in place to make sure that you are well taken care of and you are protected, not just your physical health, but also your mental health, your emotional health, your time, your schedule is protected as well, right? So system says businesses, you are not your numbers, you are an income producing asset. And then last but certainly not least, invest in yourself. Because if you have an asset, say if you have a piece of equipment for your business, i.e. a vehicle, that's probably the easiest thing that we can talk about, right? In order for that vehicle to run properly, you have to get it maintained, oil change, gas, the right type of gas for the car, the right type of tires for the car, oil change, all that type of stuff. So same thing for you. You have to make sure that you're putting in yourself the right things to maintain optimal performance. Hallelujah. Right? For you as a CEO. So for me, that means I'm getting up, every day. I like a certain type of coffee. I make sure I have that coffee. I also have to make sure that when I'm up now, what I've done, like when I start getting ready for the day, in the bathroom, I've put up our church's guiding word for 2024, right? So I read that, and then that allows me to get my spiritual day started by praying, meditating, talking to God about what He wants me to do for the day. Any particular scriptures that I need to be, focused on, any particular worship songs I need to be focused on. And then from there, I'll get guidance on if there's anything professionally that I need to be taken care of, like if there are any particular webinars I need to be focused on, if I'm deficient in a certain area. Like right now, it's all about sales and trying to figure out how to create a funnel. I need to be putting myself in the right environments and tapping into my resources to make sure that I'm able to create an effective funnel, at least learn what in the world is a cotton picker funnel, right? So those types of things. So you just have to know what your strengths and your opportunities are. And then when your body tells you, sir, ma'am, you need to close the laptop, or sir or ma'am, you need to go night-night, you need to listen to your body, right? Because my body has told me plenty of times that I'll be trying to chug along and do some work to try to, get things wrapped up so the next day won't be as crazy. My body be like, I ain't doing nothing else because you hard-headed. At the end, my brain just be sitting there like, I ain't doing nothing either. I'm shutting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm just sitting there like this. Then I gotta get my tail up, go to bed. Don't be like me. So make sure you listen to your body. Drink water, move your body, hydrate, eat good foods, put good things into your body, right? So those are the takeaways that I wanted to provide for you. So don't be a chaotic CEO. Remember, system saves businesses. You are not your numbers, okay? You are an income producing asset. And last but certainly not least, invest in yourself. So I hope that these takeaways encourage you and inspire you to tap in so you can be the best CEO you can be for your business. So thank you guys for listening. Again, I'm your CEO of GIP Financials, Sonja Jones, your Mr. Beyond Your Money, and thank you for listening to the From Chaos to Clarity Unleash Your Business Potential podcast. See you on the next one.